let's go ahead and get to some draft day scenarios. And we got three of them. And it's three rumors or reports that I've seen. And I want you guys to tell me, and I'll chime in too, if yeah, I could see this happening, or this is just really ridiculous. Why are we talking about it? So let's go to the first one, and it involves the team with the number one pick, the Tennessee Titans. So this scenario, the Titans do not draft a QB at number one. Cameron.
I think the Titans should straight up trade their pick away to the number three pick. Number three pick being the New York Giants, who also need a quarterback. I think Giants should actually go ahead and try and trade up for Cam Ward. Number two is going to be the Browns. Browns do need a quarterback. They're not really looking for, I don't think, defensive players. I think the Titans should trade down specifically for Abdul Carter.
So follow up for you. If the Titans do
Yes.
make the pick, do you agree that they're taking Cam Ward? If they make the pick.
If they make the pick and don't pick Cam Ward, I would be shocked.
Okay. Evan?
Yeah, they're going to pick Cam Ward, and he's going to be there for years. I don't see any reason why they are not going to draft a quarterback at number one, being Cam Ward.
All right. Yeah, I agree with both of you. I think they're Cam Ward or bust. I don't think there's any interest in Shador for them. I personally also think that they should trade back. I don't know that they are set on Cam Ward. You really haven't heard much about him. He's not even really talked about that much. It's just kind of the Titans are going to take him. We'll see what happens. I'm not sure about him. I'm sure he's a great, talented prospect. We've seen what he can do in college, but it's just a little unnerving that there's not a lot of excitement or buildup about this guy. So we'll see what they could do. I could see them trading down possibly. Let's go to scenario number two, and this is a fun one for me. Running back Ashton Genty is a top five pick. Evan, why don't you start us off here?
All right, I had a lot of stuff with this. To start it off, I do not think he's going to be a top five pick, and here's the reasons. Number one, you got Tennessee; they need a quarterback. Chubb is probably going to re-sign with the Browns. Giants also need a quarterback. Patriots spent way too much money in free agency, and they need help on both sides of their offensive and defensive line. And Jacksonville needs way too much help on defense. So really, the only place for Ashton Genty to go as far up as possible is to the Raiders, and I think that's exactly where he's going to go.
Family.
I don't even think he's the first running back taken off the board. I think that would be a mistake. And I really like Ashton Genty. I think Dylan Sampson is going to go probably before he does. Um,
What world are you living in?
That's
no,
that's not a knock on Samson. He's a great athlete,
no
but that's not going to happen.
it's the way that Sampson's able to run and blow up the pocket. The problem that I have with Genty, his size, I don't know how well it's going to translate that and the level of talent to the NFL.
Can I
Regardless, even if the conversation is just on the top five picks, I don't think we're going to see a running back on the top five, period.
can I just clarify? It's
Yeah.
not should he go in the top. It's will
He
he?
will not go in the top five.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I also do not think he will go in a top five, but I think there's a possibility he could. And the only team I see that could do that is Jacksonville. You pair him with Trevor Lawrence. Now they already have Travis Etienne, and then um, they have someone else. Who did I have in my notes?
The Tank Bigsby.
Yeah, they have Tank Bigsby from Auburn. They and Etienne's a good guy. They're both good backs, but they're not superstar backs. And I think if Jacksonville wants to take a big swing, they could take Genty and pair him with
Yeah.
Lawrence, and you have a one-two punch. But I really don't think that happens. Absolutely think he's going six to the Raiders. And Vegas has him as the favorite there at minus 140. Think about this. You pair him
It's
with
high for running back.
You pair him with Brock Bowers and Geno Smith. That's a pretty good offensive, trio right there. Not the best in the NFL by means, but it's a pretty good one. So I think Vegas at six is the earliest he will go. And but let's get Genty credit because he has skyrocketed up the draft board. Allegedly, he really impressed teams in his meetings after the combine. So I think this guy is on a lot of people's draft boards very high, and I would be shocked if he's not taken in the top 10. Let's move on. Scenario number 3. Shedeur Sanders falls out of the top 10. Cameron.
I do think that Shedeur will probably be taken in the top 10, specifically because the Saints are now looking for a quarterback. I think that might be the right fit for him. Yeah, I don't really have anything else. I just think that's a good fit.
Evan.
Yeah, I don't have a whole lot more to say on that. New Orleans, they probably, even if they think they're going to have their starters back, they need a contingency plan. And Shedeur Sanders, even if he's not going to start, he makes a really great trade in the near future.
And I do think he's better than what a lot of people are kind of reporting on. I think there's a lot of flack just because of who his dad is with the Colorado program. Shedeur in college was able to help his team excel. I understand that, there was another player on that team that won the Heisman, but Shedeur did have a couple of 1,000 yards receivers and did play well at the quarterback position. He is a good quarterback.
Yep.
Yeah, I think he's drafted 9 by the Saints. I think that's the furthest he'll drop. Derek Carr can miss the entire season with a shoulder injury. But there's a chance the Browns could take him at 2 as well. It doesn't look like Deshaun Watson will play this season. He just had surgery after re-rupturing his Achilles. And plus, when he suited up, he was pretty bad for them. So I don't know that he's going to wear a Browns jersey ever again. The Giants just signed Russell Wilson. I guess there's a situation where they could draft Sanders at 3 and have him sit behind Wilson. I just don't see that happening. I think the Saints is the farthest he'll fall. There could be a situation where the Saints pass on him, and then I think the Steelers trade up and grab him because the Steelers need a quarterback. They're still waiting to hear from Aaron Rodgers. That's the situation. The Steelers right now are drafting at 21. He's not going to make it to 21, but I think we're all in agreement he's going in the top 10. Cam, you found the show compelling. What are you doing?
You're going to like our episode. You're going to comment on what you disagree with, because surely you don't agree with everything. And then you're going to subscribe so that you can continue to hear the great decisions that we make on this channel. Thank you.